Hello, this is Poonam Shukla, UR14C028, and this is my Unix Linux 7th lab experiment, and it's based on we have to do file operations using system call. So first program is to copy the content of one file into another file. So for that, I have we have one program. So what we are doing here, we are using first we are using ft pointer. So here it's gonna point to that file, and it will we have to we'll enter one file name. I'll enter one file name, and then it will read only open system call, and it will read from that file. If that file does not, if that file exists, it will read that file. If ft equal to -1, then it will say it does not exist. If else, it will go into that file and read the content, and then what file you want to enter the content, we enter that name, and then if that file does not exist, if it's equal fd is equal to -1, then it will create that for some time it will create that file and copy that content into that file. So and then it will, by using write system call, it will write into that file name. So I'm gonna run that. So I have one file, file dot name is file text. So I'm gonna enter one file where I want it to be copied content, and then I'm gonna show you that content is present in that copy file. So you can see ILO is present in that in this file. So now I'm gonna second question is we have to make a program to concatenate two files and write into a third one. So for that we are using the same concept what we used for first one. So what we're gonna do, we are entering first, we are using three file name array, and then three buffer. So for that, first we are giving the file name, and then if it's not we'll create it, and then we'll read from that file. And then for second, what other file we want to concatenate. So for that we are also reading it from there. If it does not exist, we are creating and then read it from that file. And after that, for concatenating the two files, we are using star cat, and we are concatenating the content of those files. So for that we are using buffer1 and buffer2 and concatenating it. And then which third file you want to concatenate, for that we are using, you want to copy to which file. So for that we are entering the third file name, and there it will just open that file, read it, and then it will uh, write into the third file all the content correct from the first one. So if the third file does not exist, it will create it, and then by using write system call, it will write into that third file. So I'm gonna run and show. First I'll create my second file and I'll write something. So my second file, so I'll write something. Save it, and then I'll run this. So I'm gonna write my first file name, file.txt, and then second file what I just now created. So it's containing some content. So and now I'm entering the third file. It's not created, so it will take some time to create it. And now I'll show what my third file is containing. So it should contain, yeah, you can see hi, hello, and hi. That's from the second file. And now the third is program is to append some data to an existing file using the system call. So for that we are using for that we are using lseek third here so we are making a reference to some file. So for that we are using lseek system call. So first we'll enter the file name, we'll open it, we'll write something into that file, and then if that and then if last if uh, means you want to append some data, you want to intercept data from the outside, so we'll append and we'll give some data, and then by using lseek system pointer on that position, it will by using ft pointer we are taking ft pointer from the file name which we already given, and then take that ft pointer, and then at that position it will write the data we are gonna enter into that file, and by using write system call. So for every buffer entering data and the size of the buffer, and then it will show append successfully. So now run it. So I'm giving any file name, so I'm giving my first file name which was containing iHello. So want to enter some data, so I'm giving any data. So let me see if that data is present in that file or not. So you can see that data is present, so it's less than that data we're giving a size of, that's why this garbage value is coming. So we appended it successfully. Now the fourth one, the last one is we have to randomly access the file using system call. So for that also we are using the same system call, but yeah, we are using the same system call. First, what we're gonna do, we are entering one file name, and that if it will check if that file exists or not, and then we are making reference 0 to the beginning of the file, first the specific byte offset, or 2 you want to end of the file, and that's storing into reference, so that enter the offset, and offset will have the size, means the main size of the data, and then reference where you are aiming, uh, you are making reference where you want to store it, and then we are reading it, and then we are writing into that. So for that we have a one ft count, means ft pointer, so because we are writing a specific input, and ft what we are taking from the file we have created. So now I'm gonna save. uh, so I'm gonna run it, fourth one. For that I'm accessing the specific data from the file, so I'm entering in the file name first, so where you want it, so I am making beginning of the file, so entering the offset, let's say I am entering, so it's showing that the file has been randomly accessed, that data. So this was my 7th Unix and Linux lab experiment. Thank you.